My name is Reyna Gutierrez McAllister, and I'm from Gilbert, Arizona. I decided to get a breast reduction, trying to look better and make myself more comfortable with my body. I went to look for a plastic surgeon to Mexico, and I trust this doctor because he showed me so many pictures of patients that he said that he did before and afters, and I trust him. Some of my friends also had surgery with him before, and I think my mistake was not looking into his credentials. I didn't know what to ask and what to investigate before putting myself into this situation. I noticed that something was wrong with my surgery right after I wake up from my anesthesia. Right after I start waking up, I look myself down and I noticed that my breast was hanging down and that the scar was on the top of my breast. And I also request a six-pack. When they mark your six-pack in your belly, I didn't have nothing in my stomach. Basically, he charged me for something that he didn't do on me. When I was going back for like changing my bandage and recovering, one day I couldn't handle it anymore, and I started crying in front of him, and I told him I look like a 70-year-old woman. I was looking to look better, not worse than what I was before. And I said, I'd rather have my money back and go to somebody else. And he agreed to give me my money. I even have that in writing. I have an email coming from him saying that I was going to get my money back. But then he stopped responding my phone calls, my emails, my texting. He didn't get back to me at all. I was very devastated. I was sad. It was really frustrated. And it took me 4 months to recover because he left something inside of under my tissue that prevent me from completely healing. So it took me 4 months to completely heal. And I went to very deep depression. I didn't want my husband to see me naked, or when I was changing, I always hide. I was always crying. I was feeling embarrassed, and I also felt guilty. I felt guilty because I thought that I was doing something wrong, that it was my fault. And it was really sad. I wasn't expecting these results at all. Yes, I've been searching in Arizona. I have seen 3 doctors, and it's not that they don't want to do it or they don't reject me straight ahead, but they say that they don't do remissions or that they don't do repairs. So I haven't found anybody in Arizona to do the remission and fix my issue. What I have learned is that you don't have to trust the doctor just by what he said to you. You have to really go deep and investigate that he is certified and that he has all the credentials by the board of associations of surgery, plastic surgery. And you have to prepare yourself before going to the surgery or to the clinic. Depends on where this doctor made these procedures. You have to prepare yourself for the worst and make sure that they have all the equipment in the clinic or the place where the surgery is going to be done that they have the right anesthesiology, that the anesthesiology as well is also certified and has all his credentials. The nurses around assisting the doctor, they also have to be certified. You have to make sure that they have your blood type ready just in case you need it. You have to make sure that there is an ambulance close by just in case you need to be transferred to a bigger hospital, because you never know what can happen. You can have a stroke, or you can have something that cannot be prepared or addressed by the surgeon, and you have to be transferred to a hospital. You also have to make sure that someone stays with you overnight after your surgery, because you're going to be waking up from anesthesia and you might need to move or something. Well, I ended up seeing myself like I was just crying and making myself worse instead of looking for being better. And in my search of looking for help for myself and trying to find out what can I do, I found more women that are suffering from the same problems, and some of them are in the worse situation than me. So I decided to create this support group and foundation to help women in need, not just with plastic surgery, but right now we're focusing on plastic surgery bad experience. And with this group and this foundation, we're trying to help them come out of the darkness or depression, and provide them with therapy. I'm looking to bring on board for doctors to donate their time and give them a consult and tell them what is possible to do or have done. We're going to be doing some fundraising for this woman and help them to pay some of their medical expenses. And it's really, it's like getting payback to see a happy face after you can tell them that there's hope and that they can get help for them. With this experience, all what I wanted to do is help other women with the same situation and put a smile on their face.